So that whole area, of course, is the Prairie Mountains as a whole are just full of different cultural sites that are important to Crow people.
These are areas where people had fasted before to get their dreams and to help themselves. Well, they usually go out to the highest peaks to fast so that they would be closer to the Creator. And this is why all the big mountains that people go to, like the Crazy Mountain or the Cloud Peak, or some of the high places that you see. There's always fasting sites in these areas.
Oh my goodness, you know what? You go up to the top of the mountains and you feel more prayerful. You pray more because you can look down on God's creation and how beautiful it is and how wonderful we are as a person, because we were created. We were created by the same God that created all these things, and you feel really akin to the nature when you're up there, and you're so grateful. And I notice people are more peaceful when they go up to the mountains. There's some peace that it brings, and you look around and you see all the different things, and even the little creatures are all minding their own business and going about what they're doing, and you're a part of it. You're part of all these things that God had made, and we see it because of His love for us, and that's what my grandma used to tell us.
That's Sage Creek Cave, and what that is a winter solstice marker. There's in the wintertime, the only time that buffalo is completely lit up is winter solstice. That what happens is, as the sun is setting on winter solstice, it goes between those two mountains to the south, and the sunlight at first hits that floor, and then it goes up the wall, and then right before it sets all the way and goes dark, it lights up the edge of the top of the buffalo. And if you notice, his tail is kind of sitting up, straight up. That's the way that sunlight is focused in from the entrance. Then his back, the hump, and then the line, and then the tail, that is completely lit up, and for like maybe 10 seconds, and then it's dark.
They call the where they saw the rope. And there's a lot of stories, different stories related to that rope that was hanging from the clouds. And one was about piercing, that the rope had broken, it went up into the clouds. And another one was that it was sent down by the thunderbirds. So these were different stories that were told about it. And I really haven't heard different versions about it.
Grandma used to talk about that. They have a name, but I forgot what they call them, the Kuligata or something. And about how they were strong, and that we were not to disturb them or harm them or try to harm them in any way, that they help people, but they don't like to be around people much. But so they have their place where they live, and we're not supposed to bother them, but she said, I don't know how long they've been here, but they've always been here.
The little people were pretty much along the Prior Gap area, and sometimes there's sightings of them, and other times there's stories about little people adopting children, and it's still very strong. A lot of people still believe in the little people.
Mm-hmm. What's the Crow word for?
Kurigada, the little people. Kura. That means that ones that live in the ground. Yeah, it makes it kind of more sacred.
Yeah.
And to show your respect for the mountains.
The little people are in that area, and so we respect them. They're powerful beings that we still see them.
But I was telling you about going to the mountains. That was always a yearly thing, and sometimes when we were getting low on meat, this is with my husband's family now. They would that's the ones that would camp out all the time too. We'd say we better go out and get some meat. We're getting pretty low on meat, and we're not taking the kids or anybody. We're going to go, and the men are going to hunt, and of course the women will take care of the meat. When we went berry picking and things like that, we just want to break off the branches and go. But she always told us to take care of those because that was what provided us food. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have gardens then. And so they didn't know much about that part of it, because all their plants God provided for him. They're already planted in the ground, and we'd go harvest. We'd harvest all the berries, the grapes and the plums and the choke cherries and the sarvis berries and the buffalo berries, all of the different berries. Mm-hmm. And we use the peppermint also, and we use sage, and we went out and got the wild turnips and the plant that we use for soap.
Sacred mountain, and to go up there is to gather things to use for your family, to hunt, and provides food, shelter, and the lodge lodge post that we get provides the shelter, and we gather food for like the hunting of the elk and deer. You learn to respect. Just take what you need. And don't overtake it.
How do you feel about like four-wheelers and pickups driving all over? I mean, off the roads and stuff.
It's damaging the property, the land itself, because once there's four wheels or motorcycles going all over the place, it leaves, it damages the land. You give tobacco in exchange, and you ask permission to use those trees, and you thank the Creator for giving those gifts. And this is how we even take teepee poles. This was our way of giving thanks to the Creator for allowing us to use these plants and just trees or whatever. We use sage or the purple sage, or the roots that we get to get to use, and we usually put tobacco out in exchange for that. And that was one that I learned from my elders, as they taught me that you don't take things for granted. You just always say a prayer and leave tobacco for them.
Paritigara Kati Diogi Jetbag Hirage O Hawagi Wari Dupi Vastogam this Vastogami Wakiraga Hirage O Hawar Bariragat Barashogorga Paritia Maurirago Majwarag Irukirak Hohogoruk Pirirak Man Ari Waidua Baptiche Kung Paratigara Tisse Homa Baptiche Mamniwood Marera Sisbury Justice Chuk Hirage of Paratia Ohawa Awagat Diosije was Jay Paratia Dirain Hire Maris Hotai Dirain Dira Barira Cook Paratigara Tisse Homa Marera System Bari Justice Kutavia Kuragani was the Jawakahi Dirain Horiram Ewa Cook Dirain Nira Barira Cook Paratigara Tisse Ho Magnawabe the Rapa Jesus Tashi was asked Iliwa Gijapak Aho.
Hey!